Another position that he stated that's not explicitly listed on his website, he wants to close Rikers by 2027. A jail there houses some of the worst criminals. He wants to move those criminals into local boroughs. The problem is these replacement jails in the boroughs are behind schedule. Even if they were built, they would hold 3,000 fewer inmates than the 7,000, currently held at Rikers. Another point that he has made in the news is decriminalizing prostitution. Now, he has a murky position on this. He has openly said that he opposes legalizing prostitution, but also supports positions of decriminalizing sex work. Now, sex work, prostitution, whatever you want to call it, lowers the quality of life in neighborhoods, puts women at risk. Other big cities like Los Angeles have tried decriminalizing sex work. It's led to more child sex trafficking. Now, police can't stop prostitutes to make sure that they're of age, or pimps might exploit them. And so unintended consequences of that.
I think a lot of these ideas where you're legalizing drugs, you're allowing for prostitution, where you're decriminalizing things that are normally on a Judeo-Christian basis, which the United States is based off of, you have this idea that humans are naturally good people, right? Unfortunately, human nature is evil, right? The Bible talks about this explicitly. People, when you give them an opportunity to do good and no one's watching, typically will take the easy route out. And so what you have is the strong will prey on the weak. And that is just how humans are. From the beginning of time, the strong will always prey on the weak. And when you talk about legalizing prostitution, women, and this is a controversial topic, but women are physically weaker than men. And if you don't, as a society, acknowledge that, and you don't protect women and women's rights, like not women's rights where everyone is equal and everyone should do everything, but understanding the fact that women are taken advantage of in society, like they have for millennia, you're going to have a society where you allow criminals to run the city. You're going to have criminals becoming profit. So when they legalized marijuana, right? One of the big things is the cartels that were doing this for years in secret now had a streamlined business model to bring in drugs at a cheaper rate than the local economy that could support it. And because of that, criminal enterprises became much more profitable. And because they were much more profitable, they funneled that money into other criminal activities that are still harder to do, right? Because now they have more legal money to drive into illegal businesses. That's just human nature. People will surprise you when no one's watching to their ability to do more evil. Good does not come out of human nature, unfortunately. It takes something supernatural to change a person. Like, you need a moral compass to have morals. If you don't have a moral compass, you're not going to have morals. There's like almost no proof of that.
Yeah, and this was subject of one of the last debates where he was criticized for not having a clear position on this. That's why it was interesting to bring this up. But finally, what's interesting about New York City, they have a total liabilities of $300 billion last year. That's 4 times that of LA, Chicago, and Atlanta. Yet the city council has refused any cuts to his $150 billion budget. Mamdani has not offered a proposal, to my knowledge, on how to save the city money. So interesting how, he will manage a city with a huge amount of debt.